Good morning, Zeo here, and today we'll be discussing Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus. That's how it's that's it. Anyway, and how much of a scam they really are, as well as quickly going over what just recently happened where Microsoft completely effed up, reversed it in under 12 hours, and what's actually going on there. So, with all that, grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should go ahead and do so now. Links are in the below for all social medias and all that other good stuff if you want to follow elsewhere. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about this, something like that. It's somewhere over here. Anyway, so quick refresher, what happened. Microsoft decided that they were going to increase the price of Xbox Gold to $120, effectively doubling the current price, which is $60 in total. And PlayStation Plus, of course, same thing, about 60 for a year, and all this other stuff. So we're just going to break it down real quick. They, of course, within about 12 hours, decided that they were going to reverse that deal, which is understandable. I'm pretty sure why they did it was purely to force people to go over to Game Pass. However. What's really funny about it is the fact that you would still be paying a cheaper price for Xbox Live Gold versus Game Pass. So as it sits right now, you pay $60 for 12 months. And these subscription services, in order for Xbox and PlayStation to essentially give you the privilege of connecting two of their boxes together, because that's really all it is in the grand scheme of things, is just privilege to connect to another PlayStation or Xbox, is about $60, which goes to about $5 a month. And of course, with the price hike at $120, that's $10 a month. Right now, of course, Game Pass is $14.99 a month. And, get your first 3 months for $1 if you get on that, of course. It's $14.99 a month, which comes out to $179.88 for the year, if you were to total that all together. So even though they put gold at $120, it was still a lot cheaper than if you got Game Pass. But yeah. With Game Pass, you get access, of course, to all these different games and stuff. You get Xbox Live Gold rolled into it, among other stuff, which, in my opinion, is actually a pretty dang good deal, even though the PC price that used to be $5 has been shot up to $9.99, apparently, and I am just now finding that out, of course, as I was looking it up. So I'm assuming they did that price hike at the same time as they did Xbox Live Gold. But, I could be wrong. I just hadn't been paying attention because I have the PC one. And to be honest, it's allowed me to play games I wanted to play but never got around to it because, it costs money and I can't guarantee I'm going to like it and all this other stuff. Or try games I've always wanted to try but also didn't want to pay $20 for and stuff like that, right? So, that is essentially the TLDR of what's going on. And Xbox, of course, has also decided that free-to-pay paywall was going to be always going away this year, which I find laughable because for years now, Xbox is the only one that you actually have to pay money for when it comes to, Fortnite and other games that are free to play. I can't think of anything off the top of my head besides Fortnite and maybe Dauntless. But yeah. You can download these games for free and play them on PlayStation or the PC and not have to pay for a connection to play with those. However, if you wanted to do it on Xbox, you always had to get gold, right? That's the only way for you to actually access their network. And, the whole point to all this is the scam that is Xbox Live and PlayStation. So why do I say that is a scam? Xbox Live Gold is a scam. PlayStation Plus is a scam. What do they give you in terms of being allowed the privilege of connecting to the internet with their box? somebody's going to say, well, they give free games once a month. And yeah, you're right. They've been developing this thing where they started giving you free games a month. And for the most part, with the exception of, I think, Xbox, I think PlayStation's, you lose access to that when you start paying for PSN, or you're not connected to the internet in order for it to check that you still have PSN. You can't play those games, but with Xbox, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you actually can still play those games, because I think that might be how I got Castle Crashers the first time, was through Xbox Live Gold's giveaway thing. But yeah, and I was still able to play it even though I didn't have a connection to the net and stuff. But yeah, that's apparently their thing. You get a few free games here and there once a month or whatnot. They're not really anything, for the most part, they're nothing to write home about, or they've been a game that's been out for 3 or 4 years at this point that, you've probably picked up out of a bargain bin for $5 or less. And it's really not something that justifies the $60 price tag for that thing, because for the most part, other companies use their servers, right? So if you picked up Final Fantasy XIV on the PlayStation, you were playing it, you're not using Microsoft servers unless, say Square Enix is paying Microsoft to handle that load, which is then handled by, say Square Enix there. Square Enix pays Microsoft to use their servers. And there was another game, what was it? I want to say it was Epic who did this with Fortnite, where they pay Microsoft a boatload of cash in order for Microsoft to actually, or to use Microsoft's servers and stuff for Fortnite, which is why a while back, when everyone was going, we would need crossplay, we want crossplay, we should be cross-playing, and you've got this struggle between PlayStation and everybody else, because Nintendo was like, oh, we'll cross-play with Microsoft, we get along together. PlayStation's just sitting there going, yeah, no, we're not, we can't do it, it's too hard to implement all this other stuff. And then somebody somewhere accidentally messed up the code just enough to allow PlayStation players and Xbox players and PC players to suddenly cross-platform for the first time in forever. And then they had to quickly go, oh, there was an accident, blah, 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 this, that, and the other, to turn it off. But at that point, we done knew it was a possible thing, that these excuses of it being way too hard, and the hardware being incompatible and all this other stuff, which we thought was BS, and they would call us, conspiracy theorists and things like that. Turns out it was true. It wasn't true. Being able to cross-play is actually a more simple thing than, they would let on to be. They just choose not to, especially when, say, you're paying Microsoft to house the servers for your third-party game, and you've got people from all over the spectrum coming in. And, sorry about that. Apparently, I left my phone on. But yeah, so this idea of having to pay for Xbox Live or PSN, other than justifying it as you're paying for the privilege of playing first-party games online, like, say, Halo or Gears of War, or whatever PlayStation has that has online capabilities and stuff. You're paying the companies for the privilege of playing those on those servers. For the most part, the third-party companies all handle their own servers, or they're paying somebody else to handle the servers for them because they ain't got the money for it, or not the money, but don't have the infrastructure to take care of it. And there's really no reason to be paying for Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus. PC still reigns king right there. Anyway, but seriously, it purely is a scam to pay for Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus. It's something I've thought about for a very long time, but since I stopped playing consoles years ago, I kind of forgot that was a thing, because that was one of my reasons for even jumping into the PC thing was, yeah, sure, I pay a little bit more to get this PC going good and stuff, and to upkeep it, but I also ain't dropping $100 or $60 a year for a subscription service that does literally nothing for me, but allows me to connect one box to another. That's it. But yeah, when it came to Xbox Live Gold, I used to be able to justify it by saying that they had the better infrastructure, but over the years, that's just no longer the case. Back in the early days, it was. So the fact that the PlayStation 3 didn't force you to pay for gold or for PSN or anything like that, but it was an optional thing, but you could still be capable of playing all multiplayer games regardless. And being able to justify it just based on that was fine back then. But nowadays, they're all pretty good, with the exception of the Nintendo. The Nintendo, yeah, their network sucks. Anyway, yeah, so that's about it. That's all I got to say. This is a thing that happened. Xbox Live Gold, PlayStation Plus is a complete and utter scam, and yeah. Now Xbox is trying to go, wait, we messed up, but here's the deal, and we were trying to make these things free to play anyway without the paywall, which is BS. You know they didn't. For years they haven't even attempted that, and then suddenly they want to. Please. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.